This is Late Edition News at 10 with Ann Gownley. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis. And meteorologist Joe Garbacek.
The Christmas tree in Hazleton will soon be delivered to City Hall to bring joy for the holiday season, but it's where the tree will stand that may take away some of that joy for many residents. And tonight, it's our top story. Good evening. This is WYLN's Late Edition, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast for Friday, November 14th, 2014. I'm Ann Gownley. The city of Hazleton is preparing for the annual Christmas tree in front of City Hall. Today we spoke with Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi about the annual Christmas tree and where it may stand for the very last time in the city. The ground outside of Hazleton City Hall has been dug for the large Christmas tree that will be lit during a special ceremony at the end of November. The city plans to put the tree on the grassy hill in front of City Hall, and Mayor Joe Yanuzzi says it may be the last year the tree will be placed in that particular spot.
It was there last year, same place. We're going to put it there this year. This year might be the last year that we're going to put the tree up. We hope that we can put a tree up at the Greco property on Broad and Laurel, and hopefully have the tree lighting downtown and the tree exposed downtown.
2 years ago, the city planted a tree in front of City Hall in hopes of having it permanently all year long. However, back then, several residents complained because of where the tree stood, right in front of the Veterans Memorial.
We planted one there permanently, which blocked the view, according to some. So that's what they were complaining about. But this year we have one cut and placed in front of it, and we take it down right after the holidays, so it's not an inconvenience.
The city plans to light the tree during a special ceremony on November 30th, beginning at 4 p.m. The entire city is invited for the ceremony, and there will be plenty of fun for all ages.
It'll be getting dark around that time. Then we'll have Santa Claus come and light the tree and have some things for the children and games and gifts that they can win. So it should be a good time. It was last year, and hopefully again this year we'll have a lot of children and a lot of fun.
The tree isn't the only holiday cheer throughout the city. Earlier this week, WYLN told you about the lights strung in Memorial Park on Church Street in the city. Mayor Yanuzzi says he hopes to expand the holiday cheer in the park in the near future.
Some people would, do some festive things at the park, such as having hot chocolate for people that are driving by and park and can buy a hot chocolate or give them a hot chocolate, whatever, and different little stages around the park, and make it a little more, how can we say, entertaining to the public. They do that somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure the city, but they do it, and we'd like to start it here if it's possible.
Again, the annual Christmas tree lighting will be in front of City Hall on Sunday, November 30th at 4 p.m. Everyone is invited to attend. Hazleton Police arrested a Hazleton man yesterday for drug possession. 28-year-old Matthew Lawrence of Hazleton was taken into custody after police found him standing on the side of a building highly intoxicated. During a search, Lawrence was found in possession of crack cocaine, several pills, and a large amount of money. A photo has been released by the WilkesBarre City Police Department of a man they say robbed the Hazel Mart on Hazel Street in the city last Thursday. This is the photo, and police are asking for the public's help in identifying the suspect. Police say the incident happened around 8:15 p.m. on November 6th. The suspect walked up to the counter with an iced tea, and when the cashier opened the register to give him his change, the suspect reached over the counter and stole money from the register. The robber then fled out of the store and in the direction of Ashley. Anyone with information on this incident or the identity of this suspect is asked to call the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department at 570-826-8106. Some youngsters in the Hazleton area got a special early visit from Santa Claus himself. Students at the Trinity Nursery and Kindergarten not only got to see Santa, but also had a picture taken with them. Director Kate Metler said that this is a good way to kick off the holiday season.
Just get them ready.
You did! Hands right here for me. Well, we're getting ready for the holiday season. The children have already started preparing for our Christmas program, which is hard to believe since Thanksgiving hasn't even arrived. But it's just the start of a fun holiday season for the kids, so we start to get in the mood.
Some of the toddlers' reaction were mixed on meeting the big man in the red suit.
Oh, this is a big day. It's a big surprise for the kids. They knew they were getting their pictures taken. Some are still a little afraid. Some are anxious to see him, but it's just the start of a fun season.
The school will be holding its Christmas program entitled Gigantic Star on December 19th, and it's sure to be a crowd pleaser. Next Wednesday, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce will be hosting its monthly red carpet breakfast. Each month, special guest speakers such as local elected officials are invited to talk with chamber members and those from the community who attend. On November 19th, Chancellor Dr. Gary Lawler of Penn State Hazleton will be speaking with those in attendance about what is happening at Penn State Hazleton. The breakfast will take place on the campus beginning at 7:45 a.m.
Penn State's Chancellor, Dr. Gary Lawler, will be talking about some really exciting things that have been happening on the campus. And Penn State is such a community asset for us, and lots of different connections through education and different ways that both faculty and students get involved in our community. So it's an opportunity, and we'd like to invite both members and non-members to come out next Wednesday to hear Dr. Gary Lawler and what's going on at Penn State Hazleton.
If you would like to attend this month's red carpet breakfast, you are asked to call the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce at 570-455-1509 for tickets. Coming up, our Gary Perna has details on a famous brewery in Schuylkill County that will be demolished next year. Plus, Eric DeBaradinas is in with details on tonight's big matchups on the gridiron. Time now for a first look at our Friday night football forecast with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik, who is outside in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center. Joe, I think those who are heading out to the football games tonight are going to have to dress pretty warm if they want to make it through the entire game. What do you think?
That and drink plenty of hot chocolate or coffee. That's sure enough to make you pretty warm. But right now, a little bit of a breeze here, a little bit of a wind, and we also have some flurries out there, and temperatures continuing to fall. Shouldn't surprise you, because this is the time of year when temperatures on average continue to go downhill right through the rest of November and right through the rest of December. Add to that the decreasing sun angle and longer nights. It just makes it feel much colder across our area. And speaking of the cold, we have some very cold temperatures to talk about this weekend. And if you think this weekend is going to be cold, wait until you see the temperatures I have for you heading into next week. You don't want to miss them. Stick around.
The annual Sounds of the Season concert will be held December 6th at the Alice C. Wilksey Performing Arts Center. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, the Hazleton Philharmonic Big Band Sound, the Freeland Community Choir directed by Jackie Wetzel, and soprano soloist Sarah Gardner. Doors open at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for children. Sounds of the Season, Ring in the Holidays is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Are you having a party? Choose Catering by Whitetail for your next event. They offer on-site and off-site catering for all occasions: barbecues, picnics, corporate functions, reunions, friendly get-togethers, graduation parties. Any event you're hosting, Chef Tom will prepare the best for your guests. Call Chef Tom at 570-384-2314. Carry-out catering is also available. Choose Catering by Whitetail for your next event.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. For chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and trophy trout fishermen, which is why we've built our new Discoverer AT3 for all traction, all terrain, all the time performance. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's Let's go.
Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt.
I'm good.
Working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
Okay. I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
Well, the cold weather has settled in across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, it's going to even get colder. Just when you think this weekend's going to be cold, like I said, it's going to get much colder across our area heading into next week. So we just have to deal with it because this is the type of weather we can see in November in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. It's going to continue to remain brisk. It's going to continue to remain cold, and a chance of precipitation in the forecast as well, which we'll get to talk about in just a little bit. Now, on our radar, well, there's a couple of flurries, a few lone snow showers across parts of the area, but again, nothing significant. There'll be a few snow flurries or a passing snow shower for the games tonight, but I tell you what, with some of those winds, bundle up because it's going to feel like temperatures are only in the 20s. In fact, we are officially in the 20s outside our station in Hazleton, our lively high tire conditions, 29 degrees to be exact, but it's actually feeling more like temperatures are in the lower 20s. Our coordinated health almanac page for the day, 33 and 21. Averages are 50 and 34, 71 and 14. The record still stands, 651, 446. Sunrise and sunset for the daytime hours of tomorrow. It's at the freezing point in New Angola, 37 in Berwick, 32 in Monoy City, 38 in Bloomsburg, and 37 in Danville. And those temperatures will continue to fall quite rapidly through the overnight hours. See a couple of snow showers and flurries throughout the Commonwealth. But as we head through later tonight, I think the atmosphere will stabilize, skies will start to clear out, and I think we'll start to deal with no precipitation, not even flurries, I don't think, as we head through later tonight. And tomorrow not shaping up to be too bad of a day across our area, including our Sunday. And then by our Monday morning, throughout Monday, looks like will be when the next weather system impacts our area, and that will give us, I think, a mixture of precipitation. I think it's going to give us some snow, some sleet, and some plain rain as well. A little bit of everything, I think, coming our way for Monday. And again, some cold temperatures in store for our area right through this weekend. It's going to feel more December-like versus where we're at right now, which obviously happens to be November. Temperatures well below where we should be for this time of year, not just across the Northeast, but much of the nation, including the Deep South, places including Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, parts of Florida, dealing with some very cold temperatures that they're just not used to seeing this time of year, if at all, throughout the winter months. So this is a deep freeze occurring across most of the nation. Here's a look at the extended forecast, which calls for cold. No sights of any type of warm-up anytime soon. 35 for tomorrow, maybe a snow shower or flurry for Sunday, and then possibly as early as the morning hours on Monday, we'll start to see a wintry mix overspread our area, and it should continue throughout most of the daytime hours at this point. Look how cold it's going to bring in another cold air mass by Monday night, down to 18, only 23 for Tuesday. A few snow showers and flurries around, 15 for Tuesday night, only in the 20s for Wednesday. And then if you want to say it gets a little bit warmer, sure, from 25 and 23 up to 35, yeah, you can say it'll be a little bit warmer, even though in reality it's still quite cold as we go into Thursday and Friday of next week. We'll have more late edition after this break.
holidays, Rita.
Thanks, Joe.
What a great gift. Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new $1 million peppermint payout. Happy holidays.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
It's high school football time. Watch WILN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WILN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WILN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WILN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Welcome back to Late Edition. A historical building will be coming down in Mahanoy City next year and for some it's bittersweet. Our Gary Perna has the story.
The Kaiser's Brewery has stood in Mahanoy City for over 130 years. And next year the building that helped bring fame to the small Schuylkill County borough will be coming down. Today, state and borough officials announced that the building will be razed sometime in early 2015. A check for $420,000 was turned over to the borough from the Department of Community Economic Development.
Well, this is really important for us because, as you can see, it's kind of a big standing eyesore, and it's been for quite some time. So the borough is really pleased to be able to get the funding to do this and be able to work with all the parties involved, our local reps, DCD, the property owner, and be able to make this happen, because it kind of, as much as it's part of our history, it's also a reminder of the problems we have now. So as we address blight and get this down, it kind of helps us kick off a whole bunch of programs that we want to do to revitalize the area.
State Senator Dave Argel was happy that everyone has worked together on this project to bring the building down.
This is probably the most blighted site in all of Schuylkill County. And so we worked with Champ Holman at DCD, Representative Goodman, the borough. We all worked together as a team. There's over $400,000 coming to the borough of Mahanoy City for the purpose of destroying, tearing down this old brewery that's been vacant for years and turning into a beautiful community park with a daycare center right across the street. We thought that that would be the best possible use for this site.
According to Argel, many have worried about the building's condition for years.
This has been a nightmare for people in Mahanoy City for years and years. I've told them it looks a little bit more like Berlin 1945 than, Schuylkill County in 2014. And so I think they're going to be very, very happy to see this come down and turn the property into something useful.
State Representative Neil Goodman, who grew up in Mahanoy City, told us it was time for it to come down, even though it's a big part of Mahanoy City's history.
Like I said, I served on Borough Council for 8 years, and so this has been an ongoing thing, and we've worked very closely with the council to try to do something that would bring this down, and only state dollars could do that. It's not something that the borough could afford. So I know a lot of people in Mahanoy City are going to be very happy to see the brewery come down and a new park dedicated to the many veterans who have served our country, while also keeping the Kaiser's history of here in Mahanoy City.
Goodman said they will be placing a park for children there in the future.
A lot of people, when you first mention the word Mahanoy City, they think right away of Kaiser's. Kaiser's was a well-known beer in our area, and the Kaiser's heritage is very strong in Mahanoy City, so I think naming the park after them will go a long way in keeping their memory alive.
At one time, if you would stand on the corner of Main and Center Streets in Mahanoy City, you could see trucks full of beer being moved to bars and distribution areas. Now that's a distant memory. We found this painting of the brewery in the Mahanoy Area Historical Society, just one of a handful of memories left from a time gone by. The Charles D. Kaiser Company was founded in 1862, and in 1880 their brewery building was built at the north edge of town. At one time, Charles Kaiser owned one of the largest breweries in the state. He was a bank president, operated a Grand Opera House, a hotel and restaurant, an ice company, and controlled the operation of the Anthracite Light, Heat, and Power Company. And he also owned 40 taverns in Mahanoy City. At one time, Kaiser's outsold Yuengling beer by 68,000 barrels in 1951. Officials here in Mahanoy City are glad to see this building come down, even though they say it's bittersweet that there's so much history in this building. Unfortunately, though, it's just not safe enough. Borough officials say they hope to have the building down by the spring of 2015. In Mahanoy City, for WILN's Late Edition, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on Late Edition. Stay tuned. Those football playoff details are headed your way. More details and it's Late Edition coming up after the break.
Wouldn't it be great if everything in life were fast? Fast, like a cable modem.
Call Service Electric now and get the fastest internet in town. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll also get free installation. Experience the blazing speed of Service Electric high-speed internet service. Your internet will never be the same.
Flipping your pillow. If you feel like you're on fire, you need Chillo, the new pillow pack that transforms your pillow into a Chillo. Look, regular pillows get hot quickly, but Chillo brings soothing cooling to your head. The secret is Soothe Soft technology, water-cooled memory foam. He likes the room hot, she likes the room cold. Chillo cradles you in comfort, so you'll feel like you're in a cool oasis.
I've been experiencing hot flashes and night sweats, but with Chillo, it's instant cool, instant relief, and it's wonderful.
Chillo is the perfect cool compress for headaches, backaches, or foot pain. Ultra Sway Chillo lets you chill out in total relaxation. Now order the Chillo for just $12.99. Call now and get a second Chillo as a bonus. Just pay separate processing and handling. You get 2 Chillos for just $12.99 plus processing and handling. So call now.
To order, call 1-800-470-0174. That's 1-800-470-0174. Or visit Chillo.com.
The annual Sounds of the Season concert will be held December 6th at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, the Hazleton Philharmonic Big Band Sound, the Freeland Community Choir directed by Jackie Wetzel, and soprano soloist Sarah Gardner. Doors open at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for children. Sounds of the Season, Ring in the Holidays is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
The film has been studied, the game plan implemented, the nuances micromanaged. All that is left is 48 minutes on the field. Winners claim district titles and advance to states. Losers sent home for the winter. Crestwood and North Schuylkill, the lone undefeated teams remaining in the area and hoping that record holds after tonight. Crestwood's Greg Myers and North Schuylkill's Wally Hall discuss what a victory would mean.
Well, it would mean a lot. You know, this group of seniors deserve it. They've been around the football program for 3 or 4 years now, and a lot of them have, you know, they're 3-year starters for us. So they put a lot of time in our weight room and our off-season program. So they certainly deserve a district title.
It means a lot to the program. It means a lot to the school, the community, everybody that's involved here. Whenever you have the opportunity for a district title, it's really important. But most importantly for these guys out in the field Friday night, because they're the guys that are putting in the work and the effort.
Berwick is at Crestwood for the District 2 AAA final, and that game can be seen right here on WILN beginning at 7 p.m. Northwestern Lehigh visits North Schuylkill for the District 11 AA final. For the 3rd consecutive season, Crestwood Field Hockey will play for the state title. It's a familiar spot where the Comets know how to perform.
I think a lot of it is playing with a lot of emotion, and I think that's the biggest part right now. It's not only skill that wins, but a lot of playing with emotion that is really what's going to get you by the other team. I think basically just supporting one another. We always have someone's going to step up, and it's not usually the same person. And so I think the fact that they know that they don't have to be on, they do have to be on every game, but they'll always have someone there that will pick them up if they're not.
Crestwood versus Villa Maria Academy for the AA crown tomorrow at noon in Whitehall. This weekend, another local school will boast one team playing for a district title and one for a state title. Marian Catholic held a pep rally today to recognize volleyball and football. On the gridiron, the Colts will be playing Pius X for the District 11 Single A title tomorrow night.
Very skilled athletically. A lot of excitement around the school. We have great fan support, great support from our student body, our fans. It's really an exciting weekend, with the volleyball, the football, everything going on.
Volleyball also plays tomorrow in the state final versus Greensburg Central Catholic, an unfamiliar opponent for the Phillies.
Taking Marian volleyball to them. We don't really know too much about them, so we're just going to go out there and play the game like we normally do, and hopefully we come home with the win.
College basketball tips off tonight. Bloomsburg visits Penn State Hazleton, serving as a homecoming for the Huskies. Ashkan Nadiri. Nadiri played 2 seasons for the Lions before transferring this year. His new coach is excited about the point guard's immediate impact.
Well, Ashkan's going to help us right away. His experience playing over at Penn State, Hazleton has prepared him to come into our program and really make an impact right away. So we're looking for him to do big things for us this year. And he works extremely hard. He's very smart. He has good skills handling the basketball and playing the point guard position. He's a coach on the floor.
Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins also with 2 games this weekend, tonight versus Lehigh Valley and tomorrow against Syracuse. Enjoy the action-packed sports weekend. Stay tuned. Next, Joe Garbacik will have a look at your upcoming forecast.
Well, I'll never forget it. 1 minute, we're talking about going to the movies. And the next, Maggie could barely speak. It was a stroke. I thought I was going to lose her. But I never saw doctors work so fast. Anyway, she's coming home tomorrow. I just hope she doesn't yell at me for killing all the plants.
It's high school football time. Watch WILN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just a highlight, like only WILN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WILN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WILN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
We got some cold weather right across the board over the next several days. It is just going to be downright cold across our area. We're in the 30s for quite some time, and some of the overnight lows dropping down into the teens. And as we go into our Monday, we may have to deal with a mixture of precipitation. Back to you two at the desk.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Joe. So make sure you bundle up tonight. I know you have your layers.
Prepared. 5-6 layers. I'm ready to go.
All right, sounds good. And if you are heading out to the game, please make sure to bundle up. And if you're not able to go to the game and you want to see the Berwick-Crestwood game, big game tonight, make sure you tune in to WILN right here. WILN, 7 o'clock. So make sure, hey, it's going to be a great game. It's another matchup. Of course, on the gridiron, you will be in Fountain Springs.
I'll be in Fountain Springs, North Schuylkill. Hopefully on your birthday, your alma mater gets a win.
I hope so, because it's another matchup down there. So we'll see who comes out on top. And of course, Eric, you'll have all the highlights on Monday night. So good luck to both teams. 7 o'clock, Berwick versus Crestwood.
Watch Off the Beaten Path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.